Previously on Sailing Avocet.
After celebrating Chris's birthday at Bahia Balandra, we sailed across to Escondido, where we would celebrate my birthday, which also happens to fall on Valentine's Day.
This when I get back.
It's Marissa's birthday.
Happy birthday.
It's my birthday!
What are we doing?
Happy birthday.
Peter knows what we're doing.
Barely.
Barely.
We had just enough time to grab some coffee from the market before loading up into the tour van that would be taking us on a little adventure, which was my birthday present from Peter. Along the way, we pulled over and admired the view, which was a lot more than just a pretty vista. In fact, we got to see the remnants of the El Camino Real. The El Camino Real, or Royal Road, served as the lifeline connecting the Spanish missions. First laid out by the Jesuit padres and built by Spanish soldiers in 1697, the route began at the inaugural mission in Loreto and expanded into a network linking California's first 17 missions. Today, the mission bells that line Highway 101 in California mark the portions of the original road. Each bell, spaced out by a day's ride apart, commemorates a significant waypoint along this historic trail. As we continued on, our guide proved to be a wealth of knowledge, stopping at a ranch to point out details about the surrounding flora and fauna. Farther along in our journey, the mission of San Javier emerged at the end of a cobblestone road. For centuries, pilgrims have made the journey here as well. However, unlike us, some of them crawl on their hands and knees as an act of penance or devotion. Unlike many other missions we've visited, San Javier has remained remarkably intact. Though it has undergone several restoration efforts, most of its colonial-era architecture remains. Its weathered whitewash clings to only cracks and corners, leaving the stone facade exposed to blend in with the rugged mountains that surround it. Speaking of, why did they build so far into the mountains? As with many adventures, this wasn't the original plan. In 1697, Jesuit missionaries established the first permanent mission of Baja California at Loreto, beginning their organized efforts to Christianize and colonize the indigenous peoples of the peninsula. Encouraged by Loreto's success, the Jesuits soon set their sights inland. In 1699, they launched an expedition to found the second mission near present-day San Javier, but the effort failed. 2 years later, the Jesuits returned with greater resolve. This time, they had succeeded establishing the mission of San Francisco Javier, which would become one of the most enduring outposts in Baja California. By 1817, the mission was abandoned, leaving many of its precious 18th century altarpiece paintings vulnerable to theft. Today, the church is safeguarded by Mexico's National Institute of Anthropology and History, which continues to preserve this remarkable window into the past. Walking into the mission was like stepping back in time. The stone building was at least 15 degrees cooler inside, with sunshine pouring through the glass windows that were high above us. Unlike the glistening, over-the-top churches we see throughout Europe and even central Mexico, this place of worship was just that, a place to connect with God.
Wow.
Much like the mission itself, the garden at San Javier holds historical significance as it reflects the agricultural practices of missionaries and settlers from the 18th century. The availability of fresh water from the nearby mountain springs influenced the mission's location and have continued to nourish the orchards, vineyards, and gardens over the centuries. To maximize water usage, the missionaries implemented a sophisticated irrigation system using channels, ditches, and reservoirs to capture and distribute water to fields and orchards surrounding the mission. The garden had fruit trees such as pomegranates, oranges, lemons, and figs, as well as grapevines for winemaking, and olive trees for oil production. In fact, these ancient trees, with their gnarled trunks and silvery green foliage, are amongst the earliest known olive trees planted in the country. Today, the olive trees continue to thrive, their branches heavy with fruit that is harvested and pressed into fragrant oil, a tangible link to the past and a source of pride for the local community, and a tasty souvenir.
It looks like.
Our time in San Javier came to an end, and so the trip home commenced. Instead of being returned to Escondido, we decided to be dropped off in Loreto for some margarita madness. It was still my birthday after all. The church bells rang as people filed out, filling the streets with foot traffic that we joined after paying our final tab for the night and making our way home to Escondido.
That was the point.
It's your birthday.
It's my birthday!
And Chris hasn't taken any video all day of the birthday because he was
Not
so
at all.
enthralled with the historical accuracy of our tour guide.
So much history.
I couldn't help but think about how the following day I would be surrounded by snow. Yep, you heard that right. I had a ticket back to California, and Chris would be staying behind on Avocet.
I'm headed out that way.
But all of that is next on Sailing Avocet.
Well, that was a very quick trip.